Hey, Kate and Jim, it's Jack here from the Irish Hotspur, and you guys have asked me a series of questions ahead of the festive period, so I look forward to answering these. The first one being, with the current position Spurs are in now, where do I expect us to finish at the end of the season? I've gone for seventh. I don't really feel like we're going to finish anywhere close to Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, etc., Man City. I'm not sure if we're going to finish above Aston Villa. I don't really know if we'll finish above a Brighton. So it kind of leaves me in and around that sixth, seventh to eighth spot. Perhaps Forest will drop, a little bit further down the table. I would like to think that we could finish above Brentford, Fulham, Bournemouth, etc. It won't be easy. At the moment, doesn't look like we will, but at some point, I think the season will maybe settle down a bit for us, and we should be able to climb above those. So yeah, I've gone for a seventh prediction. My favorite goal of the season and why I've gone for Basuma's and Solanke's. Basuma's just because I think it's such a beautiful, clean, powerful strike. As much as I do like a good strike from distance, I think the ones that really stand out for me are the ones that kind of like the old Wanyama goal are just continuing to fly to this day. It never really looked like it was ever going to drop or ever going to ever hit the ground, really, Basuma's shot. So I really love that one. Really good work from Kulusevski, too, right? Just the way he carries it through the box there and just lays it off for him. A terrific goal. I believe that was against Everton. And then Dominic Solanke's goal against Aston Villa, a very clutch goal, second goal, but also once again, really good work by Kulusevski. Touches it onto him. Great run, great timing by Solanke, and a very classy chipped, dinked finish. And probably those are my two favorite of the season. I'm just a huge fan of Solanke, so I had to include him in there. On two, maybe my standout players of the season, the people that I believe have impressed me the most, I think is the way that you put it, or yeah, my outstanding players of the season. Kulusevski, I think, like everybody would mention, he's probably been the standout and one of the more consistent ones, and is looking to be a unique player that only so many teams could really say they have a player like Kulusevski. He's such a unique profile. And then the other one for me would be Bentancur, just because I think he looks classes above kind of the rest of the other midfielders, in my opinion. I think he is just standout better midfielder than Basuma in the number six role. I'm not even sure if Bentancur is perfectly suited for the number six, but he is just showing his class and his ability to make that role his own in the way that he has. So I've gone for Bentancur and Kulusevski, players that we could realistically get in January. I don't want to nerd out and throw any super random players out there that maybe I think could, sort of come here in January, but plenty of people just call them Levy type signings. So I'm going to go for ones that are maybe in between, but are probably more slightly on the unrealistic. I do think Semenyo over at Bournemouth, Antoine Semenyo, is a very, very good player. I think he's two-footed, which is why I like him a lot. Good finisher, really good crosser of the ball, and we know he had a great relationship at Solanke, which would, I think, really bring the best out of this attack if we got him some more service. Going on to maybe another signing, probably be Ait Nuri. I think he's to a degree maybe attainable because Wolves might get relegated this season, and I wonder if they're going to start selling out or trying to, I guess, bring in players to see if they can survive. But if they don't, then maybe they're looking to sell some players. So I wonder if we could splash the cash on someone like Ait Nuri, who I think is a very, very, very technically gifted player, and I'm a huge, huge fan of, and I think would probably suit the system quite well. Defensively, a bit worrying though of a player. And then I think the next question is on to, I think, sort of Christmas traditions. Or like where will I be spending Christmas traditions. I'll be spending it in Seattle. What's my favorite thing about Christmas? Kind of like on Christmas Day, sort of that little period after opening gifts where it's just like a bit of a lull. People are just sort of hanging out, I guess, thinking about the gifts they got. Maybe in some cases, maybe the gifts they didn't get, only kidding. But also, as well, there's just kind of this period where no one's really needing to do anything, right? You're just kind of hanging out, enjoying life, enjoying the still, the still moment, the quiet moments that there are. And so I do like that little lull period right after opening gifts if you guys open your gifts nice and early in the morning. And then the other thing is just family, of course. It's nice to have that jovial atmosphere around family and have that sort of combined kind of feeling of, wanting to celebrate each other and just celebrate, having good times. And then do we have any traditional family or any family traditions for Christmas? Can't really name too many, ones that are particularly unique. I will say though, there's one movie that I might suggest to people that I'm not sure is very popular or very well known on the Christmas list, and it would be All of the Other Reindeer is a movie that we religiously watch every Christmas period, and it's a claymation style movie. I forget who's in it, but there are some pretty famous voices in the movie that you would recognize, and I think it's a very sweet, lovely movie, and it's quite short as well, so I think it's, quite suitable for maybe younger kids as well in case you're needing a good movie for them. So, All of the Other Reindeer, check it out. Very, very funny movie. And then, is it gonna be more likely a white Christmas this year or Spurs winning a trophy season? If, we're talking about Seattle, probably more likely a white Christmas. There's sometimes, a white Christmas here. It tends to snow around this period. We usually get one little dusting or sometimes a big dumping of snow at some point. If it were London, I don't think it snows for you guys that often. It might even snow over here in Seattle more often. So I'm going to say, then in that case, more likely of a Spurs trophy than probably a dusting in London. And then, any final message to the people? Subscribe over to The Perfect Match. Jimbo and Kate, great people, love what they do over here, and also they're just very, very kind to Dave and I. So please, everybody, show them some love and return the favor to them. They've been very good to us, so be good to them. And Merry Christmas to Kate and Jimbo, Perfect Match, and anybody who's watching. Have a great, lovely holidays. See you guys.
Ho, 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 ho!